Hello, bold goal crushers. I'm super excited. We have another edition of the book club. And I know you're going to love this book. This is the $1 Billion Brand Club book by Lawrence Ingrassia. And if you haven't read the book, it's okay. I do a summary. If you're planning on reading the book and you don't want spoilers, jump ahead to the next episode. But every month we review a book in our book club. And if you haven't joined the book club, I encourage you to saramayer.com/join book club and get all the details. So this month we're reading this book. We already read it. And today I'm going to do a summary. So this book truly offers a new look on how a group of upstart companies such as Dollar Shave Club, Warby Parker, I don't even know who that was, and Casper are disrupting long established industries by creating new markets worth billions of dollars. So here's what this book is all about. In essence, this book takes us inside the world of modern direct-to-consumer DTC brands. So the author, a former business journalist, provides an in-depth look at how these insurgent companies managed to topple some of the biggest names in retail, like Gillette, for example, by rethinking traditional business models and focusing on the customer and innovation, as well as smart marketing. So let's start with the core premise of the book, disruption. The author explores how DTC brands, again, direct-to-consumer brands, have changed the game in various industries. The Dollar Shave Club. It's not $1 billion, it's $1. This company just didn't sell razors. It actually sells a story, a movement against overpriced razors and the complex pricing strategies of brands like Gillette. So for just a few dollars a month, subscribers could receive quality razors right at their doorstep. And so the author highlights how the Shave Club's viral marketing videos, which cost just about $4,500 to produce, amazed over 27 million viewers and fundamentally disrupted the $3 billion market overnight. And it wasn't just about the low prices. It was about the transparency, the customer-centric nature, and most importantly, convenience. By cutting out the middleman and selling directly to consumers, they could offer highly competitive pricing while still maintaining high margins. And while they're not alone, the others have done it. Warby Parker took on the eyewear industry by affording stylish glasses online, circumventing the near monopoly in eyewear. And similarly, Casper went after the mattress industry by streamlining the buying process with a simple one-size-fits-all mattress delivered to your door. There's a bunch of different examples. I had never heard of the eyeglass company, but maybe you have. And there's really this one formula for success. So the author just doesn't tell the success stories. He's really looking into the how, what makes these disruptors successful. And here are a few of the key strategies. One, leveraging digital marketing. So these brands understood that traditional marketing channels were expensive and inefficient. And instead, they used digital marketing to reach a specific audience more effectively. They understood that the internet allows for niche targeting and storytelling is more authentic than a traditional TV commercial. So, for example, the Warby Parker started by mailing free frames to influencers who shared their experiences on social media. Number two, they use data-driven decision-making. So these companies thrive on data. Unlike traditional companies that rely on intuition or outdated practices, direct-to-consumer brands obsess over data. They analyze customer behavior, the website traffic, conversion rates, and feedback to constantly refine their offerings. And this approach allowed them to pivot quickly and to respond to market changes faster than some of the legacy companies. And number three, customer experience was at the core. So the DTC brands are built around creating the best possible customer experience. Take Casper, for example. They offer a 100-night free trial and free returns if customers aren't satisfied. Something unheard of in the mattress industry. And this approach builds trust and loyalty, but it also transforms first-time buyers into these brand evangelists. And so the formula is clear: create a great product, cut out the middlemen, price it competitively, build a strong relationship with your customers. And this formula has allowed many of these brands to scale rapidly and achieve billion-dollar evaluations. But that's not all smooth sailing. So the author also dives into challenges these companies face as they grow. The things that made them unique, simplicity, agility, and direct connection to consumers, are difficult to maintain at scale. So Warby Parker, for example, they began as an online-only retailer, but found out that customers wanted to try on glasses before purchasing. I know many people do. This led to them opening brick and mortar stores. And while this hybrid model has been successful, it also means they have to balance between the benefits of e-commerce and the expenses associated with retail. Another challenge comes with competition. Once these brands have proven their concept, they often find themselves in a crowded market. So, for instance, when Casper launched, they had a unique value proposition. It was a high quality mattress delivered in a box. But as the concept caught on, people like Purple, Lessa, Tufted Needle entered the space, creating a highly competitive environment. And the very disruptors became disrupted. And so there's beyond the individual stories, this book does offer a broader reflection on how business is changing. So the author notes that the old rules of retail are being rewritten. The success of these companies has forced big players like P&G and L'Oreal to rethink their own strategies. So we're seeing this shift from traditional retail to an era where the consumer truly holds the power, and it's really driven by convenience and value. And in fact, many legacy companies are starting to adopt this direct to consumer model. Like Gillette launched its own subscription service to compete with the Dollar Shave Club, and big brands are investing heavily in digital marketing and e commerce. But the question remains, can these big brands, with all their legacy systems and structures, truly adopt? So here's what we can learn from the Billion Dollar Brand Club. Here are a few key takeaways. 1, innovate or be left behind. We should have learned this lesson with Blockbuster and Netflix. People laughed at Netflix, and now Netflix owns that space. And disruption isn't just a buzzword, it's really a reality. So companies that cling to those traditional models without embracing change really do risk becoming obsolete. And the success of these brands serves as a warning and a lesson. There's power in storytelling. In today's market, selling a product isn't enough. You need to sell a story, a movement, a mission. Brands like Dollar Shave Club and Warby Parker don't just sell products. They sold this narrative that resonated with a generation in consumers. Data is the new oil. So modern brands are data driven. Their insights are not just to understand customers better, but to perfect and shape their needs. Traditional brands truly need to rethink their approach to data if they want to stay competitive. And adaptability is key. In a rapidly changing environment, the ability to pivot and adapt is critical. Companies that are flexible and listen to consumers and aren't afraid to change when direction is needed are going to be the ones that thrive. So Billion Dollar Brand Club is a must read for anyone interested in business, marketing, and the future of retail. It's truly a deep dive into how a group of innovative startups took on the giants and they won. And this book not only tells stories of these brands, but also provides valuable insights into the changing dynamics of business in the digital age. So if you want to understand how the Davids of business world can take on the Goliaths and shape entire industries, this book should be on your reading list. So that's all for today in this episode of the Bold Goal Crusher podcast. And if you're not in the book club, I encourage you to join saramayer.com/join book club. Next up, Hidden Potential by Adam Grant. This is our next read. Would love to have you join the book club and read along with us. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're listening on a podcast, do the same. And please feel free to share this episode with someone else. All right, bold goal crushers, it's time to get out there and crush your goals and everything that gets in the way because you do not need to work double time. So let's get to it.